Hey guys, sometimes people come up to me and they say, "Hey, Ramsey Paul, what do you think the chances are that we're going to end up in World War III?" I know it's a scary time, but I used to always tell people I don't think we will. I'm pretty sure, like 70% chance there's going to be cooler heads will prevail and things will wind down in Ukraine, and nothing much will happen in Israel. Maybe we will have a puppet government in Gaza or something like that. But it's not going to be World War III. It's going to be shitty, but not World War III. But then I saw the recent Army recruitment ad, and we're going to watch it. And I was like, oh shit, we could be in trouble. And I will explain why. But to put this in perspective, we have to take a look at an ad that the Army made up. This isn't a parody, this isn't satire. The Army decided this is the ad we want to run to attract tough, mean, fighting soldiers, hard soldiers that will stand up against the evil Russians and the mass of the Chinese and radical Islam like Iran. So they go, okay, we're going to put this ad together. And the ad was called Emma. And we're going to watch this. We're going to watch this together. So let's just take a look here at this ad. All right. So the ad starts, Emma the Calling, and it starts with a, how should I say this? He looks like a very pretty boy, a very pretty soldier with very delicate features. I bet he's fabulous. He's fabulous, but nothing wrong with that. It's good to be fabulous. I mean, look at that look. You can imagine this guy loves the Village People, right? And he loves Broadway musicals. I'm just saying, nothing wrong with that. But based on that look, I I don't think I'm wrong. Wow, what's this lady? She needs to lose a little weight. This is really good. So the Army, you don't even have to be in shape anymore. You can be obese and still be in good standing in the Army. The calling. So you have the first guy here, presumably homosexual, which is good. This is good. I am so progressive. YouTube, I think the whole army should be nothing but homosexuals of color. I am so really, I'm out there. So good for that. Then you have two sassy black women here in the kind of the middle. Then you have the black dude. And then on the guy with their arms crossed, she's the girl boss. I think that's Emma. She doesn't take shit. She's gonna kick your ass if you give her any shit. So let's hear about Emma's calling. What's her calling in life and her backstory?
This is the story of a soldier who operates your nation's Patriot missile defense systems.
By the way, the Patriot missile defense system didn't do very well in Kiev. The Russians destroyed it. But oh well. Hopefully, it's probably not Emma's fault. Or maybe that's the Patriot system just blowing up there. I don't know.
It begins in California.
Of course, everything that's messed up begins in California.
With a little girl raised by two moms.
Well, how's that? What does that mean, two moms? A mother means that you have an egg and it gets fertilized by a sperm, which I think comes from a man. So someone had to insert his penis into her mother. I know that's, she probably used to think about that. And then she grew in the womb and her mother gave birth. And if her mother has sex with other people, even another woman, that doesn't make the other woman a mom. That just makes the other woman someone she's having sex with. According to definitions, that's what I think. But anyway, she calls it the two moms. Okay, so I think her mom is the blonde-haired one because she's blonde. And this other woman who looks very much like Bill Gates. Doesn't that look like Bill Gates? I think that's mom number two. So she's just a typical California girl raised by two moms. Emma, this is Emma's story.
Although I had a fairly typical childhood, took ballet, played violin, I also marched for equality.
Oh, that's typical. That's typical. Yeah, I took ballet. I played the violin. Maybe I went to the Girl Scouts. Oh, and I attended pride marches right next to the S&M group where they dressed up as dogs and in leather. That's just a typical childhood.
I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age.
Well, you are. That's what the Army's all about. The whole Army now in the United States, our State Department is defending LGBTQ values across the world. That's one of the main reasons we're giving billions to Ukraine, because if the Russians take over, they won't allow gay pride parades in the Donbass. There won't be drag queen story time hour. They won't be able to say, oh, Petrov, he's actually a girl. We need to put him on hormones and cut his dick off. They won't allow that. And so you're not free. Are you really free if you can't put your little boy on hormones, if he's trapped in the wrong body? I don't think so.
When I was 6 years old, one of my moms had an accident that left her paralyzed. Doctors said she might never walk again. But she tapped into my family's pride to get back on her feet. Eventually standing at the altar to marry my other mom.
Well, that's good. Okay, so they were living in sin. They were shacking up, but they decided to get right with God. And her two mothers, they got married, and I guess they're virgins because they're both wearing white. And where's the minister? Oh, the minister's a woman. Yeah, of course, of course. This is very beautiful. Look how proud she's.
With such powerful.
This is what I dream about. I dream about marrying a woman that looks like Bill Gates.
Role models. I finished high school at the top of my class, and then attended UC Davis, where I joined a sorority full of other strong women.
Are there any sororities that don't have strong women? In our culture today, if you get a group of women together, they're so strong. Is there ever weak women? I would like a sorority with like nice women or just kind of chill women. No, they're all strong women. They don't look very strong. They're all lounging around there.
But as graduation approached, I began feeling like I'd been handed so much in life. A sorority girl stereotype. Sure, I'd spent my life around inspiring women, but what had I really achieved on my own?
Wow, mom number two, the Bill Gates mom, she doesn't look like Bill Gates within the shoulders. I mean, this mom, is it trans? Because this woman, the Bill Gates looking woman, she looks like she could be a linebacker for the Denver Broncos. Should get a hold of mother number two. I think she'd be a good linebacker.
One of my sorority sisters was studying abroad in Italy. Another was climbing Mount Everest. I needed my own adventures, my own challenge.
Well, I don't think studying abroad in Italy is like an adventure or a challenge. You just buy a plane ticket, go over there, goof off, and don't do anything. And going up Mount Everest, the Sherpas just pull your ass up there. It's not like a challenge.
And after meeting with an Army recruiter, I found it.
Wait a minute. So she's graduated first in her class, and she's got this whole LGBTQ stuff like the universities love. And instead of going to a university and getting the usual law degree or going into the HR department and tormenting the rest of us, she decided to join the Army. This doesn't make a lot of sense.
A way to prove my inner strength.
Oh, look at that. Look at that fierce look. Look at that fierce look.
And maybe shatter some stereotypes along the way.
Yeah, the stereotypes that women can't lead, but they kick ass.
I'm U.S. Army Corporal Emma Malone Lord, and I answered my calling.
Well, I don't know if that's your calling, Emma. I think this may be radical, but maybe your calling while you're still young is to get married to like a man that has a penis that can make you a mother. I mean, a mother that's like real, and you can have children. I think that would be better than climbing a rope and looking fierce. I know that's exciting, but I'm not really sure that's what the U.S. Army needs at this point. So this was ad number one, right? So this is an ad that we had in 2018. Now, fast forward to 2023, I mean, and there's a crisis. Because who knew running these ads, and this was a great ad. And again, I'm for increasing LGBTQ in the army. I wish it was all gay. I think the army's gay, so why not let them in there? But and they even had an ad with a cross dresser. But all those ads, they failed to get enough people that want to join the army. Who knew this? So, like the Southern white boys here, they're not really inspired by this, but they're like, yeah, screw them. We're going to get a diverse army of empowered women with two mothers that have fierce looks, but there wasn't that many of them. So now they got to get, and now we may get into a war, and you need a war of guys that are actually going to fight. Now, don't get me wrong. Emma, she brings an important skill. She brings diversity. And can you really put a price on diversity? I don't really think so. But sometimes you need guys to fight and die. So the Army, this is a new ad. This is just 5 years later. So that was in 2018. Now this is in 2023. Let's take a look at this. This is a new ad. And it's like, what the hell? These are like white boys. These are white boys. Where is the fabulous looking gay guy? I don't see one here. Where are the sassy black women, the obese? Where is Emma and her two mothers and her fierce look? I don't see this. I see a bunch of white dudes.
Stand up!
Look at this look. Look at this expression. You will join the army and you will die for Israel and you will love it. Yeah, this is a classic look here. He couldn't be any happier. Be all that you can be. So I don't know, the two mommy stuff and marching in gay pride parades and all that, they're not emphasizing that anymore. So I don't know, that this could be a bad sign. This could be a sign they need some actual people that can fight in the military. They seem to be dropping the woke stuff, and I'm against that. I'm against that. I think white men have been overrepresented throughout our history in the military. It's time that us white men step aside, the straight white men, and give women like Emma the opportunity to be on the front lines with fighting hand-to-hand combat against the Russians and the Iranians. Let her. She'll have fun. She'll have fun. So let them have it. Or people of color, it's time for us to step back because really diversity is more important than competence. But this is worrisome. This is worrisome that the Army's actually putting ads with a bunch of white dudes. That doesn't look good. Talk to you guys later.